from the very start, in the earliest negotiations in 2009, 2010, I made clear to Republicans that if they had ideas that they could show would work better than the ideas that we had thought of, I would be happy to incorporate them into the law. And rather than offer ideas, what we got was a big no. We just don't want to do this. After the law passed, for the last 6, 7 years, there has been the argument that we can provide a great replacement that will be much better for everybody than what the Affordable Care Act is providing. And yet, over the last 6, 7 years, there's been no actual replacement law that any credible healthcare policy experts have said would work better. In fact, many of them would result in millions of people losing coverage and the coverage being worse for those who kept it. And so now is the time when Republicans, I think, have to go ahead and show their cards. If, in fact, they have a program that would genuinely work better, and they want to call it whatever they want. They can call it Trump Care. They can call it McConnell Care or Ryan Care. If it actually works, I will be the first one to say, great. You should have told me that back in 2009. I asked. I suspect that will not happen. And the reason it will not happen is because if you want to provide coverage to people, then there's certain baseline things that you've got to do. Number one, healthcare is not cheap. And for people who can't afford healthcare or don't get it through the job, that means the government's got to pay some money. Number two, all those provisions that the Republicans say they want to keep and that they like, for example, making sure that people can get health insurance even if they have a pre-existing condition, well, it turns out that the only way to meet that guarantee is to either make sure that everybody has some modest obligation to get health care so that they're not gaming the system, or you've got to be willing to provide huge subsidies to insurance companies so that they're taking in people who are already sick. And I think what you're going to see now that you have a Republican president-elect, you have Republicans control both chambers in Congress, is that all the promises they made about how they can do it better, cheaper, everybody's going to be satisfied, are going to be really hard to meet. And this is why the strategy of repeal first and replace later is just a huge disservice to the American people, and is something that I think, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, you should be opposed to.